In Korea with Hyunwoo.
That's right. This is the time we're going to discuss some interesting Korean expressions that Korean people use on a daily basis, but they're not so easy to translate into English.
That's
Very
right.
simply. Good morning, 현우 선생님.
안녕하세요.
Good to see you once again. Yeah, how you doing, Hyunwoo?
Good, good. I have a slight touch of cold, but I think I'm recovering from it really quickly.
Very
Good to
good.
hear that.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get started with your quiz question, shall we?
So the quiz question is, which of these words can you use to describe a bad joke? Number 1, corny. Number 2, fishy.
All right, once again, please.
Which of these words can you use to describe a bad joke? Corny or fishy?
Thank you, Hyunwoo. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bandi board or text in pounder sharp 1045 on your cell phone for 51 and check our website later to see if you're a prize winner.
이번 주 내내 함께했던 모닝스페셜의 퀴즈 중에 제일 어려운 퀴즈가 아닌가 하는 생각이 드는데요. 네, bad joke를 가리켜서 어떻게 말할 수 있을까요? So, before you introduce the topic today, we have a small clip for you.
지금 테리우스 그러면 좀 오글거려야 되거든요. 아우.
오글거리는 말과 행동으로 다른 사람의 손발을 비롯 몸을 오그라들게 하는 치명상을 입힌 스타들을 상해죄로 고소합니다.
어렸을 때는 요정을 많이
네네.
해주셨다가 이제 나이가 드니까 요정은 안 하시죠. 여왕이라고 막.
여왕이죠, 여왕.
네, 오글거리는 거 별로 안 좋아해서.
Okay, I keep hearing 오글거립니다.
Right.
네.
All right, so this is a new one for me, the phrase 오글거리다.
네. I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it before.
오글거리다 is actually a different meaning than what people actually know of. So, for example, 오글거리다 usually means to swarm, like different things swarm a place.
Okay.
Many animals or many bees
swarm
a certain
okay.
place or spot.
Right, like a lot in a very quick amount of time and surrounding them. Okay.
Or it can also mean when some water boils, you can say that it's 오글거리고 있다.
Okay.
그래요?
Yeah, that's
Like
the original meaning.
The bubbling of okay.
That's the original meaning, but people use it as a different meaning because they think of the other expression, which is 손발이 오그라들다. So 오그라들다, when you say it quickly, you get the 오글 part. So people think 오그라들다 is the same thing as 오글거리다. So
Okay.
now we have the wrong usage, but it's the common usage. So we can't really say that it's wrong entirely.
Oh,
Right.
even though it's technically wrong, it's the way people are using it these days.
Exactly. So if you look up the word 오글거리다, you will never find any definitions that we are going to discuss today.
That makes it very challenging for a Korean learner.
But
Exactly.
first definition that you just gave to us is like 우글우글된다는 거
That's
아니에요?
similar too.
우글대다.
Yeah, but 오글거리다 is the standard form that the dictionary actually introduces. So
Really?
yeah.
Wow, I'm learning something new today.
Yeah, right. So, and when I said a Korean learner, I meant a learner of Korean language. If you can't find it in the dictionary, then that's what we need Hyunwoo for, I suppose.
Right, of
So,
course.
therefore, is this a newly coined term then? Is this new in Korean language?
I think
Relatively speaking.
yeah,
I would
people
say
started
so.
saying this about 20 years ago or 15 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not that new. But
But it's finding its way back into common usage these days?
I think so.
I see.
So people think of the situation, their hands and their feet shrink, 손발이 오그라들다, when
Okay.
they're about to say something that's somewhat embarrassing or something that makes them feel shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is definitely lost in translation. Your hands and your feet shrink?
Yeah. In
Like
what
kind
kind
of
of
curling.
what kind of situations would your feet and hands shrink?
I don't know. You're talking about the curling of your fingers or the curling up of your toes. I guess when you're cringing.
Cringing.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's one possible way to actually express 손발이 오그라들다 or 오글거리다.
Okay.
그러면은 that makes me cringe 이렇게 말해도 되는 거예요?
That's right. That's right. So 오글거리다, when somebody says something cheesy or corny, you can say 오글거려 too, right?
You're
오글거려.
talking about jokes here. Oh, that's why your quiz question was about corny jokes. Okay, I get it now. Cringeworthy.
Yeah, cringeworthy.
When a joke is so bad, we call it cringeworthy.
Cringy-worthy.
Cringeworthy.
Cringe-worthy.
Right.
Yeah.
cringe-worthy.
Yeah, that joke is cringeworthy.
Really old jokes like, why did you throw the butter out the window? I wanted to see the butterfly, stuff like that.
Right.
When you hear somebody tell a joke like that, you can say, oh, 오그라들어, or 오글거려. And you can say, oh, that's cringe-worthy.
Oh, that's
Right.
cringe-worthy.
It's like when somebody tells a joke and you go, wow, wow, wow.
Exactly.
Like fail, right? When the joke fails.
I go that 두둠.
Right. Yeah.
And 오글거리다 can also be used in a situation where you are too shy to do something. For example, I rarely tell my parents that I love them. And whenever I am forced to say it, like on air or like, I don't know, in any situation, I say, 손발이 오그라들어, 오글거려. I can't really say it. I can't do it. It feels wrong to do it right now.
In that,
I mean, it's not wrong, but, you know.
I know what you mean. I'm just thinking, how would we express that? The joke one is easy to translate in English, you know, a corny joke or a bad joke. And that's the same as 설렁한, right?
썰렁한, yes,
그렇죠.
exactly.
It is so 썰렁한, so that makes me
Cringe.
cringe.
Right. So in English, when we talk about the other situation where you're saying, oh, it's difficult for me to express something, I don't know what we would say there. I don't know if we have an expression.
There's no direct translation. You just have to say, I can't say it. I can't do it now.
Yeah, right.
But would you say I love you to your father?
Not
Like-
that. No.
그렇죠. Why? What makes you feel like a little bit hesitant?
It's not how I grew up with him. We express ourselves through teasing more commonly.
Okay.
So I'm not used to say, you know, my dad used to tease me by saying, oh, come here and give me a big hug. I'm like, whatever, dude.
I see. My
Yeah.
father
and then
I,
we'd both laugh.
Right, right.
That's actually better than what my father and I do. We express love for each other through silence. We don't say anything. We just sit there next to each other. We don't do anything. And that's like complete love that it's expressed.
That's what you think, 선생님.
Yeah, or maybe that's not what he thinks.
So since I'm so used to silence around my father, because I don't exchange a lot of words with him, even on the phone, when I have to say 사랑해요 아버지, I feel 오글거려. My entire body actually shrinks, you know, like some squid on fire.
Right. We don't have, I'm pretty sure we don't have an expression for that particular moment. Yeah, it's just something you feel as opposed to something you say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awkward. Or
awkward.
그거지, 그거.
Yeah.
or
would be.
uncomfortable. I feel awkward expressing myself to my parents, something like that.
Yeah. So in general, 오글거리다 or in the original meaning, 손발이 오그라들다 would be able to, you could actually translate it into two categories. When you heard a bad joke, you can say, it makes me cringe or it's cringe-worthy. It's cheesy or corny. And in the other situation, you can say, it's awkward, I feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Again, when you're talking about jokes, when you're talking about the Korean expression that you were introducing today, then I think you could say it's cringeworthy, it's cheesy, even a cheesy joke. But when you're talking about expressing emotions, I think the best thing that I can think of is to say I feel awkward expressing myself in terms of that
Right.
particular, you know, words or whatever.
So you tend to explain your feeling.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
그렇죠. 그렇게 많이 되죠. 근데 아까 말씀하신 것처럼 지금 여기서는 그 corny, that's a corny joke, that's a lame joke. 그러니까 참 썰렁한
Lame.
농담이다.
yeah.
뭐 이렇게 말할 적에 좀 유치하다. 뭐 이렇게 말할
Childish.
때,
Yeah.
그렇죠. 그럴 때 corny를 생각할 수 있다고 생각했는데,
Yeah,
am I right?
those types of jokes, we call them a groaner as well.
Groaner.
Groaner.
Yeah, groan. Like to groan means to go,
Yeah. Makes
So
you groan.
when someone tells a bad joke, you go, oh,
come on.
That's a groaner.
That's a groaner.
Yeah, Groan, to groan.
그렇죠.
ER to
그렇죠.
groan.
That's
yeah.
a groaner. 그러니까 groan하게 만드는 그런 농담이로구만. That's a groaner. 이런 표현도 다 있네요.
Most of my jokes, actually.
No, I love your jokes. And really, you're really good at it.
Goodness
네.
me. Well, again, that time flew by.
Again?
Yeah, we're already out of time.
Okay.
All right, well, Hyunwoo, can we get the answer to your quiz question before you go?
The quiz was, which of these words can you use to describe a bad joke? The answer was corny.
All right,
Corny.
thank you very much. That's number one, and you can check our website later to see if you're a prize winner.
Okay, thank you, 선생님.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you
next
next week.
Bye.
Bye.